You know, when you're planning a bathroom reno, we all think about the flashy stuff, right? The cool tiles, that awesome vanity, the fancy fixtures. But what if I told you the single most critical part of the whole job is something you barely even see? We're talking about the shower floor slope. It sounds kind of boring, but trust me, getting this one tiny detail wrong can completely ruin your brand new bathroom.
Okay, be honest. You've been there, right? You're in a shower, and there's that stubborn little puddle of water that forms in the corner and just will not drain. So you end up doing that little foot shuffle thing to nudge it towards the drain. It's super annoying. Well, here's the thing. That's not just some weird quirk. It's a huge red flag that something is fundamentally wrong.
And the secret to fixing that annoying puddle? Well, it's literally right there, hiding in plain sight under your feet. It's all about the slope, or what the pros call the pitch, of the shower floor. When it's done right, it's like this invisible, silent helper, perfectly guiding every single drop of water right down the drain where it belongs.
All right, so let's get into why this matters so much. Because believe me, a bad slope is way more than just an inconvenience or a slow drain. We're talking about real risks to your home and even your health.
And these issues, they just snowball. A slow drain leads to pooling water. And guess what loves standing water? Mold and mildew. Gross, right? On top of that, the floor itself can feel all wrong, kind of lopsided and just uncomfortable to stand on. But the real kicker? Water is relentless. If it can't find the drain, it will find another way out, and that usually means seeping right into your subfloor, causing serious, expensive water damage.
Okay, so now that we know why this is so incredibly important, let's talk about the solution. How do you get it right? Well, there's a golden rule here, a magic number that every good plumber and tile setter lives by. And it's surprisingly simple.
But first, just so we're on the same page, what exactly is pitch? It's just the official term for the slope. You know, that downward angle from the highest point near the walls to the lowest point at the drain. The easiest way to think about it is like a super gentle, perfectly engineered ramp designed just for water.
And here it is, the magic number. You ready? It's 1/4 of an inch. That's the industry standard, the number every pro has basically got memorized. But wait, a 1/4 inch of drop? For what?
That's a 1/4 inch of fall for every single foot of distance you move from the wall towards the drain. So for every foot you go across, you go down a 1/4 of an inch. This is the perfect sweet spot. It's just enough to get the water moving efficiently without you ever feeling like you're standing on a hill.
Let's make this super practical. Say you have a pretty standard 4-foot shower. So that's 4 feet from the far edge to the drain. Simple math, right? You'd need a total drop of 1 full inch. A 1/4 inch per foot times 4 feet, 1 inch. The math is easy, but man, executing it perfectly is what separates a great job from a disaster.
So, I know what some of you are thinking. Hey, if a little slope is good, then a lot of slope must be great, right? Let's just double it to be safe. It seems logical, I get it, but no. In this case, more is absolutely not better.
Yeah, going too steep opens up a whole new can of worms. For one, it just feels weird and uncomfortable. You'll feel like you're constantly off balance. It can also create this strange effect where water rushes down so fast that it actually splashes right over the shower curb. And worse, a really steep angle can put a ton of stress on the floor structure, which can lead to cracks. It really is all about finding that Goldilocks zone. Not too flat, not too steep, but just right.
All right, let's shift gears and talk about the how. How do you actually achieve this pitch-perfect floor? Whether you're paying a pro or you're a brave DIYer, these are the key steps you absolutely cannot skip.
Okay, step 1, you've got to plan it out. The drain location can't be an afterthought. 2, measure, measure, and then measure again. You have to be meticulous about that 1/4 inch per foot drop. 3, verify it. Use a good long level, maybe even a laser level, and check it from all different directions. 4, don't forget the tile. You have to factor in the thickness of your tile and the mortar underneath it. And finally, and this is the big one, test it. Before any tile is permanently set, pour some water on there and just watch it. This is your last chance to catch a mistake.
So, knowing the right steps is great, but it's just as important to know about the common traps, the big mistakes that so many people fall into.
Because honestly, this whole process is a game of precision. One tiny error at the very beginning can have a domino effect that messes up the entire job. And that could mean ripping it all out and starting over. Nobody wants that.
So what are these critical errors? What do you really need to be on the lookout for? Let's break them down. All right, mistake number 1, starting with the wrong base height. If you get that first layer wrong, you're going to be fighting an uphill or maybe a downhill battle the whole time. Number 2, not thinking about the subfloor. Houses settle and move. If you don't account for that, you can get cracks later on. And number 3, which is just a classic rookie move, is skipping the water test. Come on, it's your final check before you seal that floor in stone or, well, tile. Don't skip it.
This all leads to the million-dollar question, right? With so much on the line, is this a job you can actually do yourself, or is it time to pick up the phone and call a professional?
Look, here's how to decide. If you're talking about a very small adjustment, maybe using a bit of floor patching compound, or you're installing a specific type of adjustable drain, okay, maybe that's in the DIY zone. But if we're talking about creating the slope from scratch, making major changes, and especially anything involving the waterproofing, that is 100% pro territory. A mistake with the waterproofing can cause thousands of dollars in damage. It is just not worth the risk. So, if there's one thing you take away from all this, let it be this. The slope of your shower floor isn't just a detail, it's the foundation. It's the bedrock of a safe, functional, long-lasting shower. It's what protects your house from turning into a soggy mess, and what makes that shower a comfortable place to be for years to come.
And I'll leave you with this final thought. The next time you hop in your shower, just take a second and look down at your feet. Watch the water. Is it working for you, flowing away effortlessly like it's supposed to? Or is it working against you, creating those little annoying puddles? Is your shower floor your friend, or is it your enemy?